not become a problem for them at all.
Well, understandably, when you are playing as a Hanzo, you don't particularly have too much that is at stake. You're not too afraid in engaging and all that jazz. But it's more about the chemistry. If whether you are trying to force out a team fight, whenever you are in your ultimate state, those kind of situations definitely happen. And it is also very telegraphic for your opponents. The moment they know that okay, there is a shadow around here, or rather the shadow has appeared, that means that do we want to take up a fight? Are we ready? Do we have the resources for all of that?
Yeah, that timing becomes very crucial. Clear speed will be slightly favored towards that Hanzo. Of course, that level 4 will be in the hands of Hanzo. One of the fastest clear speeds right now in the entirety of jungle as we head on into the land of Dawn for Team Oman versus Team Iran. This is game number 2 of series number 2 of the day. Currently 1-0 ahead for the side of Team Iran.
So if Team Iran were to be able to get this game down the road, then they are moving on, of course, to find the next opponent, leaving Team Oman with, unfortunately, no series won as of yet. But you know what? We still got quite some time to deal with. Let's take a look more into the laning compositions and how things are going to be. When it comes down to Lapu Lapu versus the Alice, it is always just going to be a crazy fight down at the bottom. No one dies, no one deals enough damage, and they don't care anything. The main thing that they want to look for is to leave the lanes as fast as possible in order to group up and help out in the turtle lanes, or rather in the turtle pit. But for Team Iran though, definitely when you look at a Grok and a Yves, you know that as a matter of fact, they can clear waves super fast.
Yeah, clear waves and also the harassment that comes through. Already Flicker has been used from the side of El Kasani, will not have it for the re-engage or any time of safety. So this might be first blood here.
Yep, as now we do have Gamaji that runs right in, manages to secure 2 kills for himself, while Elbreki secures the kill onto Puria as well. So a little bit of a 1-for-2 trade. At least both of the junglers manage to get something for themselves.
Yeah, but favoring the side of Team Iran at this point, right? Giving 2 kills to a Lancelot this early on sets up the snowball as well. And Hanzo, yes, he will have that snowball capability, but he does require the initiation of his team. He can't just go in by himself. Now, this turtle take coming through will not be contested from the side of Team Oman at all. Team Iran get it for free, no retribution was present.
I don't really think that they will be able to do too much, at least for Team Oman in the mid stages of the game, because this is a lot more skirmishy for the side of Team Oman. As much as possible, just keep on targeting one player over and over again and make things tough. At this point in time, they are looking at Puria.
Yeah, now I would say that mid-game really depends on the macro factor that comes through from the side of Rakati. Finally, we do see that Claude pick coming through. That is going to be a huge factor, especially into that mid to late stages of the game, because this puts Team Iran on that clock. But now, already 1,000 gold advantage, and we do have that slight skirmish. Poria eventually does go down, but this is to be expected, not having that flicker out for Poria at this point.
So at least for Team Oman, they know what they are targeting and they know and expect what are they going to be looking out for. That will work out for them for a while. I'm not too sure how impactful it really will be, because right now for Team Oman, they are still kind of lacking in terms of XP in various departments. The roamer as well as the mid laner, they're still having some difficulties trying to claim some of these gold and XP, where they are pretty far behind. El Ghazani level 4 as opposed to Puria. This is only to make sense because Puria is constantly being targeted by the Hanzo.
Yeah, the power spike timing will be very handed for both sides of the jungler here, right? The onus is on both junglers to secure that mid game as much as possible. And definitely the mid lane turret is going to be that aim of the game for that first 5 minutes. If you can get any form of turret advantage, it favors the map movement so well for these junglers.
Just forcing El Carusi out of his own jungle, trying to be that annoying Lancelot that has a lot of firepower to just ensure that they can steal more resources away from Team Oman. In the meantime, take a look up at the top lane. Amirali had to use his own Zaman Force, but the Zaman Force is not used offensively, or maybe he was trying to. But the moment that he sees El break, he realizes, okay, you know what? It's over for me. Let me get back and regroup again.
Yeah, not waiting that 10 seconds for that flicker onto that free Way of the Dragon onto Amirali could have resulted in a kill. But at the same time, Team Oman, they did waste quite a lot of resources. No more Blazing Duet. They know that Hanzo's not up for this mid-fight here.
In the meantime, we do have got a few are just going to be landing down onto the enemies, and it doesn't seem like it affected Team Oman all too much. All 4 members from the side of Iran, they are grouped up pretty close together. However, Team Oman, they don't have got any way to make full use of that part of the team fight.
Yeah, key timing that we need to take a look for will be that Holy crystal timing coming out from the side of Amirali. This is going to be that mid-game power spike. And meanwhile, for the side of Team Oman, it's going to be that holy trinity for the side of the Claude.
Where the Dragon did connect down onto Mardi. However, they don't have anyone, once again, like I said, to really make full use of the Whale Dragon, because Team Oman, they are currently slightly behind, but they are not at a state where they are able to have a significant amount of impact in terms of the damage department.
Yeah, both teams going for that kite and fight playstyle, right?
Yep.
Only one frontliner available, and that's going to be their roamers. And now with Madi, still, he might be in a bit of danger if he gets caught here, but does not have the Whale Dragon for the side of El Karusi.
It's not going to be that big of a problem, even if the Whale Dragon does land. Now we take a look at the middle lane. We do have the Shadow coming in from El Breaky that's just going to deal a little bit of damage, or maybe just to harass a little bit. But Team Iran, they are not particularly too annoyed or afraid about that. They're trying to group up and trying to look for a direction that they will be able to go. At this point in time, they're moving up to the northern side to kind of deal with El Rakati, and hopefully one after another take down some of these tier 1 turrets, because they are currently 2.3 thousand gold ahead.
Yeah, name of the game here, still on the junglers, as we know that there's no damage here for the side of Team Iran. They will have to disengage, and they do in a clear fashion, right? Knows their win condition. If they do overextend, they will try and take as much as possible.
That flicker did not work out too well from Al Karusi. As such, it will go down to the hands of Amirali. This is going to spark up a battle between Team Iran, and they were trying to look for something over here. But of course, the Shadow brought up from El Breaky. He's going to be fine because it's not his real body.
Yeah, but at this point, right, there is so much magic damage coming out from the side of Amirali with the synchro fissures that Hanzo is not having a good time in these fights. He's not dealing the damage needed. He did find early picks, yes, but it's going to be a problem in the later stages of the game, because Alice is going to become online really soon for Abu Fazil. And once the Alice is online, that Hanzo is not going to do anything at all.
Oh, it's really unfortunate. Phantom Execution did not land onto Al Ghassani. As such, was not able to claim that one kill. Small little wasted movement from Team Iran, but in the grand scheme of things, Team Oman, they have a lot of wasted movement. As such, we're looking at, what, 4,000 gold lead in favor of Team Iran already.
Yeah, now Team Oman, they will have to survive this mid-game power spike right now. As right now, Team Iran, they are looking to shut down that mid-turret. Team Oman, I don't think they can defend here. Alice is here.
Yep, I don't think so either. In fact, the Bravest Warrior is already popped. As such, he was looking to get himself right out of that, and just kind of hoping that he will be able to clear out the way fast enough. However, with already 2 men down, Team Iran, they will do whatever that they can to take down more than they could chew. At this point in time, it doesn't really matter, because Team Oman, they're not even holding them back.
Yeah, I mean, Team Oman, they are playing kind of a pick-up lineup with the Way of the Dragon and also the Hanzo, right? They want to take isolated team fights, and they're unable to find any form of isolation so far. You see the damage coming through from the side of El Breaky, yes, but it's not resulting in anything.
Yep.
Early game got 1 or 2, but now we see the problem.
Yep. Perhaps we'll have to take a look at the items to get a really good idea why is it so that El Breaky is unable to get a kill on the Puria. Because I think that the items for the side of El Breaky is going to be super important if they want to play the pick-off and to make full use of the Way of Dragon. But we'll talk about that in a bit later. Unfortunately, Joe completely caught off guard, completely singled up from Iran with no way to escape.
Yeah, currently the Zayman's Force, there's nothing they can do about it yet. They were hoping that they will reach a power point where the Blazing Duet will do something. But look at this Hanzo going at it against Puria. Puria might go down actually, but yeah,
Almost.
not enough here.
Not enough, yeah. So it's really unfortunate, but at least Team Oman, they know that, okay, the main thing is the RWM is really, really annoying. If we can take that out, we are going to be good. But Marty is not going to let any of the members from the side of Team Oman get away with it. Even someone as tanky as El Alawi, he's not going to go out.
Yeah, and the early game pressure that resulted in Hanzo not being able to get these pickoffs, you can take a look at the itemizations. It's only the golden staff so far, right? Only one item so far. So there is no timing available. Now, Holy Crystal being picked up, 8,000 gold advantage. Team Iran, they have reached their critical max. And Mahdi is level 15. So, yeah, he's going to deal a lot of damage.
Not only that, there is no way for Team Oman to strategically be able to fight for any of the neutral objectives at all until El Breaky eventually hits level 15. That is the only point in time where there could be any point of contest or challenge for the Turtle or the Lord by this point in time. But right now, we do have most of the members from the side of Team Iran just going to be coagulating together, ensuring that that is not going to do too much. But there we go. When it comes down to tectonic charge and the flicker from, of course, the side of Ali, he did enough. Brought 2 men down with the help of his teammates. And of course, let's not forget about Lord. They'll be marching down the middle lane with his trusty trident, taking out every single one of these creep waves. Team Iran, they will do whatever they can to take out one of these tier 3 turrets.
What a disgusting flicker coming out from the side of Ali, but Amirali still in the thick of things with the Zaman's Force still untouched, right? That shield value unable to be just taken away because Blazing Duet at this point, 10 minutes into the game, Claude is not at critical mass. 10,000 gold lead ahead. Once again, look at that. That was a beautiful clash coming through for the side of Team Iran as we had that wild charge into that real-world manipulation.
Beautiful layering coming in from the side of Team Oman, but unfortunately it was not quite enough to be able to take Bardi down. RWM pops up, locks right in onto the Lapu Lapu. Al-Alawi, unfortunately, will find himself taken down as well. It is going to be 3 versus 5, with the mid lane marching right in. Team Iran will take no chances at all, and rather they will want to end this as much as possible. The Shadow coming in from El Breaky, moves right in, doesn't have a lot of HP to work with, goes back to the fountain, and Team Iran, they will split themselves up a tad little bit, takes down the T3 turret down in the bottom lane, will secure them a better fight into the core. While in the meantime, now El Karusi buys a bit of time with the Wind Dragon onto Marty, but other than that, that is just a valiant sacrifice for him that will allow Al-Alawi to come back into the fight and try to clear the wave as much as possible.
Yeah, this is still doable for the side of Team Oman. They do have that late game lineup, especially with the Hanzo and also the Claude. So Team Iran, they know that they're on the clock. They're forcing the issue as much as possible, but they gotta avoid mistakes here. One move wrong by Madi could result in Team Oman flipping the script.
That is all 3 of the key 3 turrets that have been taken down already. And unfortunately for Team Oman, they are very much behind in terms of the economical factor with 14,000 gold deficit. They don't have what it takes to clear the way fast enough. They don't have what it takes to realistically push Team Iran away. And at this point in time, Team Iran is only going back because of the spawn of the Lord.
Yeah, right now the only control factor coming through is the Way of the Dragon and also the Bravest Warrior coming out from Al-Alawi, right? And Team Iran, they have been playing around these utilities extremely well, baiting it out with their flickers, making sure that their timing is consistent when they go for the clash into the inhibitor turrets. So this is good utility cycles, and now with that Lord being taken, Team Oman, they have nothing to be doing in the outside of the map. They gotta be playing in the inside of the base.
As much as possible, Team Iran would ensure that Team Oman would not be able to get out to, do any realistic farm or split pushes. So Iran just literally gatekeeping onto Oman, saying, you are not gonna go anywhere at all. At this point in time, the Lord marches down in the middle lane, ready to pillage, while the RWM pops right out, while El Breaky forces himself right into the face of Pudia. Not quite enough to do anything, while in the meantime, El Karusi all the way at the backside was hoping they will be able to do a decent amount of damage, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to do for any form of control. I mean, Raleigh will take a triple, and they will end the game just like that.
2-0 for the side of Team Iran as they show complete dominance over Team Oman. Wow, oh wow, that Alice at the last moment landing onto 3, that was just mad.